That was amazing. Please do that again.
I couldn't give a straight.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Eclectic ADHD podcast. I'm your host B. This is your co-host Dakota. Grab a cuppa, get comfy, and enjoy the chaos. We unfortunately are not doing a movie review today. The movie that we picked, Dakota didn't research and realized that there was like 97,000 films. Um,
So
I'm not done.
my bad.
And then when we spin the wheel again, we got a really sad film, and neither of us feel like being sad today. I'm depressed enough as it is with a headache. I don't need that shit. I don't need to be crying on top of that. So we are going to go through some Tell Anonymous. I did forget to put it up this week, guys. I'm so sorry my alarm didn't go off yesterday, and that's on me. Shambles. But you'll understand why my head is in such shambles after Dakota tells you why his head is in such shambles. And yeah, so will we go into the Tell Anonymous? Um, what would you do if someone asked you on a date?
Taser.
Okay. Um, I would say that I'm flattered, but no thank you, I have a partner. Um,
He's the
are,
hottest man on the planet.
no, you know it, baby. Are you worried about what people say about you?
No. I have a long list of people who fucking hate me, who talk shit behind my back. They have
Uh,
cookies and weekly meetings every Wednesday.
um, no, I'm not worried. I don't give a fuck. Clearly, they're not brave enough to say it to my face, so. Um, are you a person who gossips back when you hear someone spreading rumors about you? No, I add to my rumors. If someone comes to me, there was a rumor that I was a slut in high school and I fucked everyone that wanted to be fucked, and I only went down to England to see my partner at the time to fuck him. So I added to that rumor. I said, yeah, and I also shagged his dad as well while I was down there. What else? What else can I do now? Like, I don't give a fuck. That was me in high school. I've matured now. I don't give a fuck. Oh, I'm like doing cocaine on the side. Cool. I'm also doing heroin. Did you know that? I'm hooked on heroin. Get mad munchies and sleepy times. That's what I'm getting right now, man. Look at me. Just sat there gurning in the corner. Like, I'm on all the shit right now. What more do you want?
Uppers, downers, stool softeners, stool harders. My stools
Yeah,
won't know what to do.
everything. I'm on everything, folks.
For a reference, that was an American Dad reference. Just so you guys know.
Yeah, I know. Do you think friends like you more than a friend? Do you think a friend likes you more than a friend?
That requires me to have friends.
Uh,
Although I would say that, the guys I will watch on Twitch stream, I guess they're friends.
yeah, you're very friendly with them. You got real close to them real quick. I think that's just bro community though. I think that is just
Yeah,
bros being
it really
bros.
is. Yeah, it really
I
is.
love that for you. I love that you have that.
Yeah. And all of
Um,
them are coming.
yeah. Just wait. Just you hold your tongue. Just you hold your tongue.
Bye bye.
Um, I look really pretty in this lighting.
You are very pretty.
Um, no, I don't think any of my friends like me more than a friend, like in a sexual way. I do think though that a couple of my friends see me as family. So they think of me more in a friend in that regard. Um, People that were my friends that did like me like that are no longer my friends. Um, and it wasn't because they had the crush on me, it was because they didn't respect my relationship. And I immediately was like, fuck you, gone. It's not
Except for
bros
the one
before
guy who,
hoes.
except for the one guy who really just wanted your supply of aluminum foil.
Orthodox?
He was trying. Yeah, he was trying
Orthodox
to,
boy, yeah.
make his
Yeah.
hat
He
again.
was I
I
was
tried to tell
insane.
you.
You
I tried
did.
to tell
You
you.
did. Everyone tried to tell me that like he was in love with me and I just didn't believe it. Because I don't think I'm someone that, people can be in love with. I'm actually really surprised that you're in love with me. Um, that's just me. That's my insecurities and my low confidence and low self-esteem. But boy did he. Boy did he. I see it now. I'm like, "Oh, that's not normal behavior."
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Um,
None of it was.
No, absolute first time hanging out 13 hours.
Yeah, that you don't do that.
And
don't, you don't do that.
I would like to state for the public record, I tried to get him to leave my house several times. The first 6 hours we were hanging out together, I couldn't leave. He had to drive me home because he took me to a graveyard. That's not the bad part. I quite enjoy the graveyard. It's a lovely place to be. It's the dead center of Toon, okay? It's a lovely place, okay? Overlooks the sea. So it's actually quite romantic, which is really fucking bizarre that he took me there the first time we ever hung out, okay? And I'm looking dead into the camera because all of you need to understand. I tried to get him to leave so many times.
I told you.
You did.
Like right off the bat, I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever.
Okay,
But
but you
when the
need to
13th hour
understand.
came by, it was like, yeah, okay. Are you dead right now? What's going on here?
No,
This
no,
is
no, no,
not normal
no.
behavior.
Let's say it how it is. We were broken up at the time and I was friends with him out of spite, and you were insecure as fuck that I was fucking him.
You're right. I was. You're right. 100% you're right. But when that 13th hour came by with still no contact at all, randomly, like there was no like no contact, we're not going to talk to each other anymore.
That was
That wasn't
exactly that was exactly what
it
we
was
said.
it was we're going to keep semi contact so that we both know we're okay, so that neither one of us does something stupid. During those 13 hours, I reached out every hour and a half, 2 hours for, hey, just checking in, you good? Hope everything's okay. Just making sure that you were alive and safe. When hour 11 went by and you still hadn't opened the messages, read them, or moved from the graveyard you were in, because yes, we have Life 360, we have it for very specific reasons. For in a situation where somebody disappears off the face of the fucking planet, we know where
Anyway,
the last location was.
yeah. Anyway,
Then I started blowing up her phone because it's like, all right, now it's been 11 hours and you haven't said fuck all to me. You're not at work. You're in a graveyard. Are you dead?
yeah.
I
I
started freaking
mean,
out that you died.
I honest to God, like as soon as like we weren't just there to like sit down and have a conversation and then leave again, I was like, oh,
That man was a
is
bigger threat
this
on your
how?
life than I
Yeah,
was.
that 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 man was truly terrifying now that I look back on it. He was a very intense boy, and I truly wish him all the best in the world. Um, very intense, very lonely, and very insecure, I must say.
And
Anyway,
I,
so
I need to clarify one thing real quick because I realized something I just said. I am not a threat to her life. I just realized I said he was a bigger threat than I am. I am not a threat to her life. Her family, when we first met, me being an American felon, they thought I was trying to get her away from her family so that I could kill her. They thought I was a threat on her life. So they pushed hard for her to walk the fuck away from me.
mm,
Did they do anything for him? No. In fact, they teased her about how much he clearly has a crush on her. Not a
Yeah.
single one of them gave a damn that she spent 13 hours in a graveyard with a man she just met, didn't know fuck all about, and that was the first place he fucking took her.
Anyway, someone said I don't dare write to you. Okay, then don't. Um,
You just did. You broke your dare.
you did. Um,
Mm.
I think you're mad at me right now. What can I do to fix that? Nothing. If I'm mad at you, it's for a fucking reason.
If you are mad, it's for a reason. You're right. But if they think you are and you may not have given any signs that you are genuinely mad at them,
Then I'm not.
reach out, have a conversation. Verify that what you're experiencing is true or not. Don't send the anonymous in because she can't fix it if she doesn't know who it is. If she is mad, she'll flat out tell you, yes, I'm mad at you. If she's not, she'll tell you, oh, I'm so sorry. What have I done that's made you feel like I'm mad at you? Because she's not the kind of person who likes to, who is okay with people thinking one thing when she's not.
Yeah. I
She
like
just
clear
has a type of bitch
intentions.
personality. Yeah, but you my bitch personality. And I
um,
love it.
don't think saying sorry shows weak. Do you think saying sorry shows weakness? No, it shows
Um,
responsibility, but showing change and abiding. But what do we say on this podcast, folks? Sorry without
sorry
change
with
is just
change is just
manipulation.
manipulation.
Um,
Take it firsthand from me. There's been a lot of things that I am genuinely and truly sorry about in our relationship that I have fucked up many times. That I always said sorry about. And looking it back now that I have changed those aspects, yes, a lot of the sorries that I said at the time were in a manipulative way. Was if it was intentional that way? No, it wasn't always intentional to be manipulative. There have been times where, yes, I'm not gonna lie, I did try to guilt trip a little bit to get a conversation I wanted because I didn't know I needed her to bring up the conversation because I couldn't bring it up. But
no, saying sorry does not show weakness. What shows weakness is when you say sorry and don't change it. Change that behavior.
mhm.
When was the first time you experienced unconditional love? Never. Unconditional love doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I love you, but it's with
Explain that.
conditions. Unconditional love doesn't exist. When you love something, there's a condition to it. I love you, but the condition that is on that love is that you remain loyal, that you love me. There's conditions on that. There's conditions on everything. Poppy loves me with the condition that I continue to feed her and don't abuse her. I love Poppy with the condition that she doesn't shit on my floor, but yet she does, okay? So that love is a bit stranded right now, folks. I'm gonna be honest. There's
So,
conditions to everything.
from my understanding of what you said, um, because there's like the conditions for the love for me. Even if all of those conditions break and you walk away, you will still love me,
Mm-mm.
but you will no longer show it. You will no longer let me see it. The moment it happens, you're still in love with me. You still love me, but it's dying. So the unconditional aspect of it, and the conditional aspect, is not so much that the conditions mean love. It's that so long as the conditions are present, you'll continue to love. If the conditions stop, you stop loving.
Yeah.
It's you'll still have some form of feelings for me
I will have
for like
anger
the first
towards you.
15 minutes. Yes.
I am very good at cutting my
Very
feelings
good.
off and moving the fuck on. If
Yeah.
you were to cheat on me, because the way that I see our relationship, my heartstrings are attached to your heartstrings, right? So the moment you do something that um breaks one of the conditions of our love, just immediate cut. Bye. I'm not doing that. Harder, daddy. But yeah, I don't think unconditional love exists. Everything has conditions to it. Um,
Now, whether those conditions are something that is active is different. You have a child. The moment that child is born, they haven't done anything to, hate to say it, gonna be an asshole. They haven't done anything to earn any form of love of any kind. But a mother and a father cannot help but love this child. They view that as unconditional love because they haven't met any requirements to be loved. But there are still conditions that are passive that you could technically classify as a conditional love, and that is the blood tie. That is this is the child that I produce. This is the child that my partner and me made together. This child is my blood, and that creates an unconditional, conditioned love.
yeah.
So that is the only time I believe that unconditional love exists, because the moment my son and my daughter were both born, I have loved them since the moment they came, since day one. I cannot tell you how much they mean to me. And they've never done anything to earn that form of love. They've never done anything to earn my trust, my respect, none of it. They don't have to. They're automatically given it in an unconditional, conditioned, because they're my blood situation. So
Yeah.
you could perceive that unconditional love exists, but it has to be existent in a passive conditioned situation.
Exactly.
You adopt a child. That child legally becomes yours, and you legally love this child unconditionally because this is now your child. This is now your offspring.
Yeah.
You view it as a blood tie, even if it isn't a blood tie. So that is a form of unconditional love. Not every person has that form of unconditional love, but that is a form of an unconditional love that is the closest to being a true unconditional love that there is. Passive conditions are the only thing that can be
Okay.
present. Sorry.
Holy shit, you've said that like 9 times. I love you. Stop.
I'm sorry.
I would
Do you?
say the first um time I experienced unconditional love was when my niece was born. And I held her and I kissed her head. Don't come at me. I didn't know about RSV or whatever the fuck it is when I was that age. Okay, I was like 10. Okay, shut the fuck up. Um, and then the second time was when your boy ran up and hugged me, my legs. I was immediately like, that's mine now. This child, I love it. This is my child now. I'm now a mother. Would you look at that? That
And that
was,
was a form of a unconditional,
yeah, that was the
passive
first.
conditional love.
Those are the first 2 times I've ever experienced unconditional love. That and any time with my dad. I love my dad. Uh, you?
Um, as I said, like with my children were born. Um, and yeah, the moment my son hugged her, um, it just reminded me that this is the reason why you love your offspring, love your children like this, because they'll do things that can cause an unconditional love moment with a passive condition. And I know for a fact that the reason she felt unconditional love in that moment for him is because of a passive condition. Well, two passive conditions. He's my blood, and she loves me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, there's not many times I experience unconditional love. I'm going to be honest. A pet, a dog, specifically a dog. The first meeting with a dog, they show an unconditional love for you. Of course, there is a passive condition. Take me home, love me, treat me right, let me be your best friend, please. All that shit. But there's an unconditional love there. they offer the love freely because of it. And so, the very first time I ever experienced that form of unconditional love, memory wise, that I can still remember, is when I got Trouble, my purebred Welsh Corgi. He was 9 months old. And it was, I think it was my birthday. I was asleep. And all of a sudden, a dog is licking me. We already had a dog at the time. His name was Beggar. He was a black mutt. Oh, he was the sweetest thing in the world. I loved him. And so, him jumping up on my bed, it's the first time he's ever done something like that. And I'm asleep, and he's licking my face, and it's waking me up. And I'm like, Beggar, stop. What? You've never done this. Get off me. Get off me. I was like 9, 10 at the time, I think. I don't know how old I was. It's like, get off me. And then the dog barked. And I went, wait a minute. That's not Beggar. The fact that I knew my dog's bark went, that's not Beggar. And I whipped my head around and I looked, and there's just this fluffy, happy as hell, wiggling butt, purebred Welsh Corgi standing on my bed, and my mother is standing up just smiling down at me. And he was just the sweetest dog in the world. Now, his name is Trouble for a very specific reason. For the first 6 years that we had him, he had a leash attached to his harness permanently. Because when he decided he wanted to run, he would run. But he would run at his own pace. If you started chasing, he'd run faster. Just fast enough to stay away from you. For little short spurts. You'd be chasing after him and he'd take off. And then he'd slow back down again. And then you'd be chasing him again, you get close, and he'd take off again. And he'd slow back down again. So we used the leash so that we could step on it to stop him. Because you could get close enough to the leash, because we had it a decent long leash, to step on it and stop it. So that's why I was like, get back here, you little trouble. And that became his name from that moment on. And I had him all the way up to the day he died. I miss him, unfortunately. His collar's around here somewhere. I don't know where it is.
It's on the lamp.
That was the day. Do what?
It's on the lamp.
Yeah, it's on the lamp. Yeah. I'll show it in a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Sad moments. It still has his fur on it. It makes me sad.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Yeah. But yeah, meeting Trouble was the first. And the funniest thing, he was not my dog. He was gifted to my brother, who was highly allergic to a lot of animals. But purebred Welsh Corgis were supposed to be very hypoallergenic. They didn't have a lot of dandruff. Their fur was long. When they shed, their fur was heavy, so it didn't float in the air. It sank immediately. So if he was sitting in a spot and he was scratching or he was shaking, you could just see the fur just fall off and hit the ground. So it'd be little patches, corgi-shaped patches all over the place. But my brother didn't want him. He didn't take care of him. He didn't love him. He didn't want him on his lap or anything. He kept pushing him away. And when I'd sit down and he'd pull on my lap, I was just, fucking screw it. And he very quickly became my dog. And it was funny, the dynamic that for all of our dogs. Is it okay if I talk about the dynamic?
Sure.
Okay, so the first dog we got was Beggar. He was gotten for my brother because my brother wanted a dog. And we all decided we wanted a family dog. We would take care of him. Me and my brother would take care of him. Feed him, walk him, water it, the whole thing, all the time. Take him out to use the bathroom all the time. Well, he very quickly became attached to one person and who did not want the dog at all. And that was my stepfather, Mark. That became his dog. So then we went and we got a dog for my brother and a dog for me. We got wiener dogs. A pair of wiener dogs. I just got a regular wiener dog. My brother got a
Dachshund.
Dachshund hound, wiener dog, a purebred. It's really weird. Um, she looked like a fucking cow. She was white with black spots. It was hilarious. We loved it. My brother named her. My brother named her Pika. Pikachu. So anytime someone would call her Pika, he'd go, Achu. We go, bless you. Inside joke. Um, she very good, and it was a female dog. She very quickly became attached to my mother. She didn't like men. She couldn't stand other men because she'd been abused by men. So she became my mother's dog. Then we also had the wiener dog I got. His name was Max, short for Maximilian. He was a full brown wiener dog. Unfortunately, we only had Max for about 2 to 3 weeks. Um, because my brother went out to feed Pika, and he was very stickler about this shit. He would not feed Max. He would only feed Pika. Well, as it turns out, my brother left the gate open. My stepdad fed Max. He didn't go through the gate, he just leaned over the fence. And he didn't notice the gate was open. When I realized that I hadn't fed Max yet, I went, oh shit, I hadn't fed Max. Mark's like, I did it. My brother looked and went, did you close the gate? And at that time, where our dinner table was at, they had a big window right next to it that led to the front porch, and the front door. And the back door was on the other side of the house, and that's where the cage was. That's where the fenced-in area was for them. And as soon as my brother asked that, before my stepdad could answer, we suddenly heard Pika barking just on the other side of the window. And I looked and went, oh my god, that's Pika on the front deck. Oh my god, she got out. Oh my god, the gate's open. And we, all four of us, bolted. Mom went to get Pika. I went out the back door and I started looking for Max. Um, we spent 2 hours looking for him. And my mother and my brother went off to search the town to see if they could find him. Apparently they found an incident where a truck had hit something. And all of a sudden I see my mother and my brother walking back with a bag and a collar in their hand. Max was dead. That sucked. Oh my god, I cried. I was mad at my brother for fucking months for that. Then we got trouble. Was meant for my brother again because Pika didn't like him anymore. So, but he very quickly became my dog. And it's just funny that I had trouble. My mom had Pika. Mark had Beggar. My brother never had a dog. Never had a dog. It was just hilarious that how the dynamic in the family worked. Everyone got one except for the person they were bought for. So,
Um, yeah, every time I've been bought a dog, it's always been mine. I have the animal autism, so all dogs tend to gravitate towards me anyway. The first dog I ever got was Scamp. We had a childhood dog called Natook, which means shadow, my shadow. Um, and he, from a baby, he would move his bed underneath my crib and he would sleep there. Like if his bed was in the kitchen, he would drag it through to the bedroom to sleep under my crib. He also bit my sister for being in his bed and growling and making weird noises at him. Rightfully so. But whenever I went in his bed, he would just come in and lie on me. I was his baby, basically. Um, that dog loved me so very much. He was so fat. And then he got put
I
down
love
because
the
he
fat
had he
dogs.
had cancer on his paws, so he had to get put down because it just wouldn't go away. Um, and then we got Scamp for my fifth birthday, I believe, fifth or sixth. And how that came about was I woke up on my birthday and uh, Dad's like, wake up, monkey. So I woke up, and in there is Lynette and Dad and a box on the floor. So I'm like, what is that? And I look at the box, and Dad's like, open it. And I'm like, okay. So I go to open this box and I'm too scared to. I think something's going to bite me or jump out at me. So Lynette opens the box and in there's a little Lhasa Apso puppy, purebred Lhasa Apso. And I called him Scamp. I wanted to call him Gurgi um, from the Black Cauldron. He looked like Gurgi, so I said I want to call him Gurgi, and fucking Lynette was like, no, we have to call him something proper. So we called him Scamp. Um, and then after Scamp was older, an adult dog, we got Tia, which was another purebred Lhasa Apso. And they had loads of babies, and we sold the puppies and all this stuff. She only had 2 litters, and then we fixed her. Um, and then after that, because we rehomed Scamp and Tia, because I was a child who wasn't getting up at 6 in the fucking morning to go for a mile walk before school. Damn fucking right. Piss off. Um, uh, and then after that, we got like loads of rescues, but we fostered dogs and cats. All of the cats that we got were feral. I hand reared them because the scratches didn't bother me. I think I made them feel more safe than Lynette. Um, and I just made them basically, pets. And then we also got a dog called Eddie. I have no idea what breed he was. He was Heinz 57 breed, like he was everything. Um, is it 67? Heinz 67. Whatever it is, the tomato
Heinz
sauce.
57.
Heinz
Yeah, Heinz
57.
57.
Um, and then yeah, Eddie, he
Okay.
didn't like anyone in the family. He didn't like going near anyone in the family. So I was laying down on the couch and he was like across from me on the floor and he got up onto the couch and he went in behind my legs because I was like lying like this on my side with my legs up. He went in behind my legs and laid his head on my hip. He just slept there for hours with me petting him and just fussing all over him. And then he got a forever home, which broke my heart. Um, and then we got Poppy, Miss Poppins. Um, I wanted to call her Ebony. I wanted to call her something cool like Shadow or Ebony or something like that. But no, Lynette again said no, we have to name her something proper, and we called her Poppy. Um,
57.
yeah. So that's where Poppy came from. Anyway, the last question in the Tell Anonymous is what would you do if your ex came back?
Taser.
Shotgun. Yeah, block. They do every couple months. They always do. They come
Just
back
to check in.
just to check. Like, hey, single? Want to get back with me? No? Okay.
I'll see you in another year.
I'll see you in a couple months. Fucking.
So.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them your news? I will be pottering around because he's going to speak for fucking ages about it.
Yes, I would love to tell my news.
So I'll mute.
Okay. So, I haven't talked about streaming in quite some time. And the reason for that, and I haven't been streaming, the reason for that is I took a step away from streaming. It wasn't working, I didn't like how it was going, and I didn't like how things were. It felt rushed, it felt required. And I didn't want it to feel that way. So what I did was I stepped away, and I spoke with B about it, and I decided to take a break from all video games. I mean, I haven't played any video games in months at all. My Xbox hasn't been turned on in months, except to watch movies. So over the last couple weeks, I have been watching a lot of Twitch streamers, learning from them, seeing how they handle their stuff, seeing what software they use, things like that. And I've been doing the research, and I have found a way to do it. One of the issues as well for a reason why I stopped is it was very difficult to maintain the long distance relationship with communication and effectiveness, as well as manage a job and streaming. So I took some time and I thought about some stuff, and I worked out with B here recently on how to go about doing the streams healthily and effectively that actually work. Um, that's a tiny watermelon. Watermelon. So what we've worked out is I will be streaming on Wednesdays and I will be streaming on Saturdays. And I'll be recording for the YouTube on Saturdays, on Saturdays. Wednesdays will be Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 because I never get tired of those games. And those will be what Wednesday is. Saturday will be a series run where I'm playing games like Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 3, Brotherhood Revelations, 4, Black Flag, running through series of these games, and each episode, first episode's Assassin's Creed 1, I will, from start to finish, I will try to beat the game within that one recording, or one stream. So that's what I will be doing for the streams on Saturday. Wednesday will be challenge runs for Fallout, and just general play. But the recordings for the YouTube will be something I've never done before. It will be kind of like challenges, but it will be 100-day challenge type thing. But I'm not doing Minecraft. It's like 100 days on Pow World. These are what I'm going to do. 100 days on Ark Survival. These are what I'm going to do. 100 days on Grounded. This is what I'm going to do. Type situation. So that would be for the YouTube. And obviously I'm not starting it right now, even though my Twitch says its first one's on May 1st. I'm on a vacation mode. I will be doing a stream on Friday, July 4th. It will be a 10 to 12 hour stream. I'm streaming all day from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. I'll be streaming with her a little bit. I'll be streaming by myself. I'll have other viewers come in, things like that. And that's because that's my birthday. So I will be doing that for my birthday. That following Wednesday, July 9th, will be the first Fallout stream of when I pick it back up. So that's the goal for that. I've done a slight re-image or rebrand, I guess you could say, for my Twitch, my YouTube, my Instagram, even the Discord. I'm not sure if I'm going to include Discord yet. If I'm going to make a Discord server. I'm not sure I want to, and I will speak to her about that before I do. But I'm not 100% if I want to give out the Discord. If I do something like that, it will be a channel. I will make an entire channel based on my games, and it will be under a non-personal Discord that is specifically designed for gaming. So that way it kind of keeps things separate. I'm going into this not so much I'm doing a hobby for streams. I'm doing this more as I'm doing a video game streaming career. I'm becoming a streamer, essentially, or a streamer, a Twitch streamer, and a YouTube content creator. So that's the goal for this. I won't be playing video games the rest of the time. I do have one video game on my phone that B has recommended I do to determine if this is truly something I want to do. The reason it's set for July 9th and it's so far off is because I'm taking the time to make sure that this is 100% what I want to do in the way I want to do it. rather than just jump right into it. Because I do have ADHD, this very well could be a hyperfixation. If it is a hyperfixation, I will not be doing the streams in July. I will be canceling that entire thing. Um, right now, as it stands, it doesn't feel like a hyperfixation. Um, so we will see. And that game is Fallout Shelter, by the way. So, but I will be hopefully starting it back up. Hopefully, I've got a couple people I've been watching on streams that have said that they are excited to come watch, excited to come see my stuff, because I will be doing something that not many other people do. Most people record their streams and upload them. I'm making separate content entirely. I love how she eats that watermelon. Because it's exactly what I would fucking do. So, uh, it's got your essence on it. So the YouTube will not be related to the Twitch at all. It will be more along the lines of, this is where you come to talk to me and watch my live streams for certain content. If you want to see stuff that I do differently, the YouTube is what I will do. Whereas most people make separate YouTube channels like, hey, these are other games I'm playing. Other than, give you an example, some of the people I follow, I normally do Minecraft content. Here's another channel that does other games. That's what they usually do, to bring people from their already massive base over to the other base. Whereas I'm going, hey, if y'all like watching me play video games, you can go watch the videos I post on YouTube. I will never be live streaming on YouTube, by the way. I don't give a fuck about that. You can go watch the videos on YouTube. That's a little different content, little different game style. So that will hopefully increase my Twitch account while also separately increasing my YouTube account, because I don't want them back and forth. I don't want the pressure of trying to pander to one massive audience where everyone wants one thing. Now it's for Twitch it's one audience, for YouTube it's another. So, and yeah, she's the reason why she doesn't really want to talk about it is because this is something that I love to do. I like talking about it. I like getting these plans together. I enjoy the idea of this entirely, and I enjoy when I do it. She, on the other hand, doesn't give a fuck. She's not a video gamer.
That's not it. I've just heard you talk about it for 4 days straight.
You didn't like it when I talked about it before either, so. But so my schedule will be Wednesdays, 7 p.m. And this is a rough estimate of time. This might change between now and July. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to midnight Eastern Standard Time, because I do have another Twitch streamer that I go watch that I want. I will not let my streaming get in the way of my support for him, because he is growing massively and I like the fact that I'm there for that. So I don't want to miss his, and his is a central time, I believe, where he does his central time. And by the way, I have also been talking about the podcast to my streamers that I watch. There's a few that want to come watch it. So, if any of them see this, Midland, Weeb Powerhouse, hey guys, Dakota. That's my partner B. And Midland, that is the Scottish girl I told you about. So that will be the plan for that. For Wednesdays. Saturdays, I don't know when I'm going to record. I know I'm going to record before I do the stream. The stream could be anywhere from 5 p.m. start time to 7 p.m. start time, running for about 4 or 5 hours. That's the plan. Right now I've got everything set up for, I think, 5 hours, but we'll see. So it's only Wednesday and Saturday I'll be doing it until this blows up and it looks like I can actually make a substantial paycheck off of it. I will not be making this a full career yet. Once it takes off and I'm good, I've got it, boom, bam, cool, I'll turn it into a career. That point in time, my hours will change. Um, I will stop doing streams and everything on the weekend so that I can spend it with my baby. But it will be like a Monday through Friday from like 8 a.m. to like 4 p.m. Streams and records Monday through Friday. That will be the plan. So and editings and stuff like that. So that will be that plan. But that I don't expect that for the next year or so after I start streaming. So, but we will see. Okay, I'm done. I think she's almost done with her watermelon. Yeah, she finished. Good timing. Got to get the watermelon off the glasses, of course. So, I'll mute.
Fucking hell. Hi, guys. Welcome back. What am I saying? What am I speaking about?
The
Oh, the fact that I'm a boudoir photographer. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say about that.
Okay. You want me to
I
cue you up?
no, it's fine. If you could ask me questions, actually, yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay. Do you already have clients?
I do. Also, I'm going to show you guys my camera.
Okay.
I
Well,
have
boss.
two models. Um, One has already given me consent and permission to use her in my portfolio to post on Facebook and Instagram and my other socials for that website. I have a logo. I have amazing friends who are giving me. Hold on.
Okay, well, while she's doing that, I'm gonna let you guys know she is starting this. She's not already done it. She doesn't. She hasn't
Yeah.
taken the pictures of this person yet. She is just.
No.
This is boom starting.
This is. I asked my dad yesterday if I could have his camera. He said yes, and I got the camera today, and now everything is full blown go. This is her. She is a Fujifilm FinePix HS20 EXR. She cannot fit other lenses, but her zoom capacity is 30 times. So,
Damn. Fuck.
her zoom capacity is hella fucking big. Her
Ancestors in the DNA with that motherfucker.
her lens specifically is 24 to 720 millimeters. Yeah, she's a beaut. She's a real fucking beaut. Yeah, I've been wanting to do boudoir for, that's the wrong way. I got a cute little bag with it to keep it nice and safe and secure. I have tested pictures. I have edited a picture. It's of a skull. It's nothing sexy. To me, it's pretty sexy though. It's a pretty fucking fine skull.
You did really well with that, by the way.
Thank you. I have wanted to be a photographer since I was little. It wasn't my dream job, but it was something that I was like, that's fun. I like that. But then I came across boudoir photography on I believe it was TikTok actually. And I just kept thinking about it and thinking about it. And then one of my friends mentioned she wanted to be a boudoir photographer. And I was like, I really fucking love that too. And I was like, but I don't want to be a model. I want to take the pictures. I want to make women feel sexy and beautiful and empower them and make them feel comfortable in their skin. And so now I have two models at the ready. The friend that wanted to be a boudoir photographer and one of my very close friends.
She actually said yes to being the model. I know you were having a hell of a conversation with her earlier, trying to get a yes or no out of her. I'm
She
glad you
does
finally
want
got
to.
the yes.
She does want to. She just needs to work out a schedule, like what time she can book me in.
Oh yeah, obviously, obviously.
But yeah, I will have a completely separate social media for Boudoir, obviously. And I am so fucking excited to do it.
And
I
I
think
will
it's
not be on following or able to see
no.
any of those socials.
It
So
is
you're
a
good.
man-free zone. Because I want women to feel safe as fuck. Um, that's not going to work because they're all going to be public and I can't control who follows. Hmm,
You can to an extent.
it'll be
You
fine.
can blur and block certain intimacy areas.
Oh
Um,
no, boudoir isn't like naked. Okay, so for those who don't know what boudoir is, it
I,
is lingerie pictures.
I,
Nothing naked. It's implied nakedness, if anything.
but there's
What?
a lot of people who like stuff like that.
Yes, I know.
So
So
blurring chest area and stuff like that. So that would be a way to do the whole public thing.
it's fine. I'll figure it out. So what I offer, I haven't worked out the details. I need to work out a policy. I need to work out consent forms, um, and I need to work out like a consultation meeting with my clients for what they're thinking that the vibe's gonna be, where they want to do it. Cause it ain't gonna be in my fucking house, that's for sure. So, I do not do like intimate areas. So if a client wanted to be like partial nudity, it would be like them naked on the top with their hands covering their nipples. And I just point blank, I'm refusing to do like vagina pictures and penis pictures and stuff like that. Um, I do want to offer couples boudoir shoots so that they can have sexy moments with their partner. Um, yeah, I'm so excited. I did edit the picture of the skull so you can see the before and after. I'll try and pull it up on my phone. I don't know how well you guys are gonna be able to see it.
Um, do it for the cover.
Ooh, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, do it for the cover. That showcases it.
I will. I'll still show the picture now. Um,
And for the picture of me, can you do one of me in trouble?
what do you mean?
Like for my picture when you do the cover? Because you usually do a cover that has both of us on it.
You really want a young ass picture of you out there?
Well, I know you've got a picture of just trouble.
Oh, I do, but
Yeah, just add him on there.
oh, for fuck's sake!
You're not
Hold
going to
on.
be able to see that. Yeah, they're
You
not going to be
guys
able to see
can't
that
really
very well.
see it. You can see the difference, but you can't see the details. But yeah, I am super duper fucking. I can see women. I'm so excited. That makes me sound like a
Don't say
perv.
it like
I'm
that.
not. I'm not. I just love women. They're so beautiful.
Very body positive frame of mind.
Just women. Ugh. Yeah,
You know I'm
I'm
going to
very
torture the shit out
excited.
of you, right?
Why?
Because whenever you come over here, I'm going to make you do it for me.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby, do I have ideas for you? Boy, do I have ideas for you. um, I just had so much imagery going in my head. Um, but yeah, I am a boudoir photographer. So if you see something, it's me. Not my body, but it's my handiwork. Um,
And we will work together to create a watermark for her images so that people don't steal them and pretend to be that they took those photos. because I know that's a big issue when it comes to boudoir photos and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So,
That's cool. Um, but yeah, that's my big news. Yeah. This was an hour-long episode.
so here we go. I have a surprise for you. I got it from work on Friday, and I forgot to tell you about it. So
Okay.
we got some new merchandise in from work. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this, but because I work for them, I assume it's okay. We're not advertising or suggesting you go anywhere near this place. We're not doing that. But you remember the headbands that I used to wear?
Yep.
This is a uh, spandex rubber latex one that has sewn edges so it won't roll up for your neck.
Baby, I won't ever wear that.
Well, you will if we move to South Dakota. You will.
No, I'll wear
You're
a
gonna fucking
scarf.
want one of these. You're gonna fucking want one of these.
I'll
Believe
wear
me,
it like
because
over like my
yeah,
mouth, but it's not
yeah,
gonna just sit around my neck.
you're gonna want one of these. But I got one from Jimmy John's, brand new, with the sewed ends, so it won't roll on you like I know you hated
Okay.
with the ones that you had. So, and it's Jimmy John's. Got a rep. Who partners company?
Gotta plug the Jimmy Johns.
No, we're not plugging Jimmy John's. We're not. This is not an advertisement for Jimmy John's. I just work
No.
there.
They're like a wannabe Subway. It's really quite depressing,
It
if I
really is.
must say. But I'm so excited to try our sandwiches. Please sponsor our podcast. Um,
I'll
yeah.
wear it during the streams.
Sponsor us. Jimmy John's make lingerie and sponsor my boudoir photography.
Oh my god! I just which the mesh one that you have, the mesh like the green. I think it's the green one. The
My
mesh top
lingerie.
you have. Yeah, that's like kind of see through, but has like designs on it.
Yeah,
You
it's
imagine just
lace.
a JJ right over
I was
top.
just thinking like I was just thinking I was thinking like not even like a bra, like a bikini type thing, but it's just J's covering each nipple. That's all that there is. Just J's.
Everything else is just see
Everything
through.
else is see-through. Just J's.
They make baby clothes, so why the fuck not?
And then also like on the like bottoms of it could just read "Get it while it's hot." Toast
Or
them now.
and on the ass it says coming in hot.
Yes, come on, Jimmy Jones, get with the program, my dudes. um,
So for those of you who don't know, the get it while it's hot and coming in hot, Jimmy John's has recently added a toaster to their toasted sandwiches to their thing, and that's their big logo right now. Coming in hot, get it while it's hot type shit. So that's why we're joking about that.
yeah. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a follow, leave a subscribe. If any of you fuckers judge me for eating watermelon the way that I did, I will kill you.
Remember, y'all, July 9th or July 4th if you want to come watch me stream with my baby, and then partly by myself, maybe. We'll see. Depends on when she decides she wants to stop. So,
But yeah, I will see you guys next week. Oh! I have another co-host. Yeah. I have
oh
a
shit, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so on Fridays I will start uploading twice a week. Um once a week we're going back to original old style content, like covering issues, controversial topics, with my brand new co-host. And then on Sundays I film with Dakota and we do movie reviews or wherever the fuck we really want to do. There's no set limit. People don't seem like they're enjoying the movie reviews, so we might change up our content. It might just be fucking, I don't know. We're eclectic. It's fine. See you
Are you
guys
sure you
next
want to
week.
do? Are you sure you want to do Fridays?
That's the day that she's free.
Oh, she's not free on Saturdays.
Well, she is, but like we're busy as fuck on Saturdays.
Well, oh yeah, that's true. Because I was gonna say if I'm doing the streams and stuff on Saturdays, you could be doing the podcasts with her on Saturdays.
No, it's fine.
Okay. I was just seeing if that would just change, making sure the scheduling was what exactly you wanted.
It is.
Because that means that on some Fridays. Oh no, you're gonna do it while I'm at work. Never mind.
Yep. So yeah,
My
leave a
bad.
like, leave a follow, leave a subscribe, and we will see you guys next week.
My bad. I was stupid.
More. There we go.